When it comes to rap beef, insulting your opponent is kinda just what you do. They quite literally put the diss in disrespectful. Here's 10 of the most disrespectful lines in diss tracks. Rules for this list are simple. Only one song per artist was picked. Also, certain songs you just won't see here because picking just one line doesn't do the song any justice, like the classic diss track No Vaseline, for example. Number 10, The Bridge Is Over. In one of the most classic diss tracks of all time, KRS-One from Boogie Down Productions took shots at the Juice Crew. His line aimed at the only female MC of the group, Roxanne Shante, however, is probably the most disrespectful, as despite her being only a teen at the time, he mentions that she's only good for sex, completely disrespecting her skills on the mic, no pun intended. It's even worse in considering the fact that Roxanne Shante already had a baby at that age and wasn't even part of the beef either, as she was out of the country at the time, and by the time she got back, the diss track was already out. Number 9, Super Ugly. Jay-Z went off on Nas here pretty hard as a comeback to Nas dissing him on Ether. A lot of people know this song for one line in particular, and that is Jay-Z talking about leaving condoms in Nas's daughter's car seat and leaving stains in his other vehicles as well.
I came in your belly back seat, skeeted in your Jeep, left condoms on your baby seat.
Obviously a reference to having sex with Nas's baby mother, Carmen Bryant. These are also the lines that led to Jay-Z's mother, Gloria Carter, convincing Jay to apologize on air for the disrespectful lines in the song. Number 8, Cam'ron's Hate Me Now freestyle. This is one of the diss tracks that Cam'ron and Jim Jones sent at Nas, although Jim mostly just did a bunch of tough talking on the intro and the outro. Cam'ron had plenty of things to say to Nas on this one though. Talking about kids is an easy way to get on his list, and Cam'ron did just that with his reference to Nas's daughter and a certain infamous R. Kelly act. What makes matters even worse is the line right afterwards talking about Nas's recently deceased mother. I am still here asking myself exactly what a whip wop head is, but it surely isn't a compliment. Number 7, Hit 'Em Up. The classic diss track going at Bad Boy. It's not even a bar that got this song on the list for me, as Tupac has plenty better diss songs honestly, but it's the outro and how hard he went in it. In the midst of his outro, he dissed multiple people yet again, but in particular he referenced Mobb Deep and one of them having sickle cell anemia, which of course was Prodigy.
Oh yeah, Mobb Deep, you wanna fuck with us? You little young ass motherfuckers, don't one of you niggas got sickle cell or something? You fucking with me, nigga, you fucking around have a seizure or a heart attack, you better back the fuck up before you get smacked the fuck up. This how we do it on our side.
Who wound up passing due to complications of the disease several years later. Number 6, Real MF and G's. Dresta might have written Eazy's verses here, but the information most certainly came from Eazy-E himself, who was very close to Dre prior to their beef. This song was vicious and hard-hitting, but one line stood out more than any others. That one being the notorious Dre Day only meant Eazy's payday. Considering at the time they were going through legal issues since Dre left Ruthless Records, as well as beefing on Wax, the reveal that Eazy really was making money off of Dre's record sales due to contractual obligations was a pretty big blow. Number 5, Loose Change. One of the diss tracks that Ja Rule fired at 50 Cent, Eminem, and whoever else he really felt like dissing at the time, and one of the most well-known diss tracks coming from that side of the beef. This is the song with the infamous line at the end of his verse regarding Eminem's ex-wife Kim, his mother, and his daughter Haley.
Shut up, Em, you claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known slut, so what's Ellie gonna be when she grows up?
Which resulted in Eminem and Shady Records going even harder at Ja Rule afterwards. Number 4, Die Another Day. Like the previous track, this song was also a diss to Eminem and crew, this time by Benzino, who at this point found himself on the same side as Ja in the beef, as 50 Cent had signed to Eminem's label and teamed up with him in their beef as well. Benzino isn't known for his rapping ability at all, but this track had one of the most disrespectful lines of the whole beef. Like Ja did on Loose Change, Benzino took aim at Eminem's daughter Haley, talking about kidnapping and having her winding up like John Bonet Ramsey. Once again, bringing children into it, this time with threats. Number 3, Story of Adidon. The most recent diss track on this list. Pusha T dissed Drake heavily throughout the song, and it is well known for being the song that spread the word that Drake had a son he was keeping a secret. yet again bringing kids into the mix. However, it also had a lot of controversy behind the song because of another line, and that line of course would be the one about 40. Drake's friend, producer, and co-founder of OVO Sound, being sick.
Still giving you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40 hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? The man is 666. I got the devil flow, nigga. 666. Surgical summer with it. Snip, snip, snip. And you don't really want it with him.
In 2005, 40 was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, aka MS. The line talking about 40's MS even caused the National Multiple Sclerosis Society to respond to the diss track. That of course brought more light to not just Pusha T and the diss, but to the disease in general. For those that didn't know about it, learn about it because of this line. So I guess you could say that something good came from this diss track. Spreading awareness about diseases like this is pretty important, honestly. Number 2, So Disrespectful. From 50 Cent's 4th solo album, Before I Self-Destruct, 50 dissed not only the game, but Young Buck and even his own baby mother, Shaniqua. This track easily gets a spot on this list for me because of the beginning of the first verse, which I won't even recite, but you can see it on screen. Nevertheless, it's one of the most brutal lines I've heard on diss tracks. The sexual assault of his sister is something that Game has confirmed on multiple songs, so it was an extremely low blow, which 50 is well known for doing at this point. Before I get to the last one on this list, make sure to click that like button if you liked the video so far and subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notified for new uploads. Number 1, Truth. This classic diss track from Gucci Mane to Young Jeezy was very hard hitting and just like the title says, the truth. Ironically enough, Gucci even says so in the middle of his song that it isn't a diss track, it's just the truth. Gucci took plenty of shots at Jeezy here, but one stuck out in particular as incredibly disrespectful. Go dig your partner up, nigga, but he can't say shit.
And I'm a big dog, he got the little boy gon' play. Go dig your partner up, nigga, bet he can't say shit. And if you're looking for the kid, I'll be in zone 6.
You think this is another one of those exaggerated or fictitious lines that are oh so common, but when you learn the history of what happened between the two and learn that Gucci really did kill one of Jeezy's associates in self-defense years prior, it makes the line that much harder. Now that was 10 of the most disrespectful lines, and there's many more where that came from, so I might make a part 2 to this video later on. What other lines from diss tracks did you find extremely disrespectful? Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think, and also let me know what else you'd like to see. And if you want to help support the channel monetarily, feel free to use the new Super Thanks feature when leaving your comments.